rage as pixels decay. Game over flash, but I won't quit. Hard to stop once you're addicted to it. Bad fantasies living in a screen. Wake me up from this digital dream. Arcade life chasing that high score. Endless loop, wanna play more. Lost in the fray, retry rage as pixels decay. Game over flash, but I won't quit. Hard to stop once you're addicted to it. Bad fantasies living in a screen. Wake me up from this digital dream. Arcade life chasing that high score. Endless loop, wanna play more. Play more. Wanna play more.
What's up, GP? How's it going?
Eyes wide open and in the moonlight glow, pushing boundaries we don't want to know. Flashing scenes our minds can't shut.
Welcome, guys, to some awesome Cold Steel last time you guys recall, we pretty much, oh yeah, we pretty much, ended up, defeating, Commander S, and today, we are going to take on,
Right.
Yeah, we're heading off to Roer. And yeah, if I sound weird, that's because I'm using my headphones and not using the actual monitor speaker. So, there you go. Give me 1 second. Couldn't believe what I was hearing. I had no idea that my company was involved in developing something on this scale all this time. Then I find out it was a collaboration with the Epstein Foundation and ZCF. And on top of that, she's got her hands in the development of our Arcus units too. It's way too much work for one person. How many projects does Mother have under her wing right now? Well, I'm afraid I can't give a simple answer to that. But suffice to say, the chairman only knows about a small number of projects in development by the Rutherford Group. Lately, the directors have... I knew it. Oh. Hello, Master Rain. Sorry, am I interrupting something? No, it's okay. Have you finished exploring your ship? I expect it'll be a while longer before we reach Roer. I don't even think I've seen half of it yet. It's kind of overwhelming. Looking forward to landing in Roer, though. It's been a while since I've seen the industrial metropolis. It's not too far from my hometown, so I'd always hear about it in passing. Well, that's right. You're from Emir, so I guess you would then. You want a little refresher? I can bring you up to speed on all things Roer. Sure, why not? Roer used to be a factory town, but it grew into a hotspot for technology as a result of its steel and heavy industry. The population is around 2,000, and since the city is in the Nortia province, it's under Marquis Runner's jurisdiction. Ah, that's right. I still find it kind of wild that Angelica is his daughter. You know, last time I visited, it felt like the whole city was man-made. Trees and grass were rare sights. Ain't it kind of hard to tell how large the city really is? Well, the city itself is basically one giant structure, divided into several levels. It's been expanded so many times that even long-term residents occasionally wind up in places they don't recognize. Why, I lost count of the number of times I've had to go pick up Lady Elisa when she lost her way. That was when I was a kid! Don't say it like it still happens. Really, it was like a long time ago. Something tells me we're looking at the not quite so distant past. Anyway, North Roer is the Sanctioned Iron Mine. The iron mine there makes its way into most of Rutherford Group's products in some form or another. The amount of ore they get from just that one mine is immense. The Empire would be a different place today without it. I don't doubt it. Even our textbooks mention the Sinks and it's been devoted to the Empire since back before the Orbital Revolution. the center of Roer, you can't miss the Rhymer Group's corporate headquarters, which is also basically my house. Honestly, I was hoping I wouldn't have to go back anytime soon. At least, guess there's no point in moping about it now. We've yet to have a field study that didn't spiral into some sort of hectic adventure, but I'm ready if you are. I'll be wishing you all the best.
At long last, the Courageous is finally taken to the skies of Erebonia. I feel like a mother hen watching her chicks leave the nest.
I'll take your word for it.
This may sound a bit forward of me to say, but it sounds like you had some hurdles getting this project together.
It was no easy ride, I'll say that.
I doubt it would have come together without the prince's unwavering dedication and tireless work. He had to find the time to raise funds and oversee the entire project, in addition to all his official duties. And to add to that, he had to take care of all the arrangements necessary to get Viscount Arce installed as its captain.
I can't even imagine how busy your schedule must have been. Even from a student's perspective, it sounds brutal.
Well, for this ship to have any weight as a deterrent, I needed the Viscount. Thankfully, he agreed to my request. My plan is to create a neutral third power capable of acting independently of our nation's two competing factions. You can think of the Courageous as the first physical embodiment of that ideal.
A third party, huh? I feel like I'm starting to understand at least part of what it is you're trying to accomplish.
The road will be a difficult one, though.
True, but this is only the beginning. Seeing this ship soar through the clouds for the first time moves my heart, just as when Class 7 was formally established. I look forward to seeing what the future holds for the Courageous, and for the brave men and women of your class.
Your Highness.
We live in interesting times. The political situation across the Empire seems to grow more ominous by the day. But, with any luck, making a real show out of this ship's launch will push back against the prevailing climate.
Well, that's the hope at least. Either way, you'll have your whole life to split hairs about politics. For now, give your attention to your field study.
Thank you. I know you have high expectations for us, and I hope we'll be able to meet them.
Oh, wait a minute. I have to go to the back of the deck. My bad.
Instructor Sarah? Tovo? What are you guys doing out here?
Oh, just a little bracer-to-bracer information swapping.
That's about the long and short of it. Been a while since I saw you guys, though. Not since last month in Legram.
Yeah, always nice to see a friendly face, though.
Well, despite keeping in touch with him and setting up these arrangements, it came as a surprise to me to see him on board, too.
Clearly, it was meant to be. Honestly, I was only brought on because of my connection with Viscount Arce.
This airship really is in a class all its own, though. It's not every day you see a ship owned by the Imperial family and captained by the Radiant Blade Master.
This cruiser has the potential to be an important force in Erebonia going forward. Without ties to the Imperial or provincial armies, it can potentially keep both of them in check if need be. It might not be able to do that quite as well as a strong guild presence could, but it'll still help protect a lot of people.
That's true. It still frustrates me how the guild used to be an institution here, and now we're just barely keeping the lights on. At least the Crossbell branch sends its people over to help us out when we need a hand, though.
Wenzel's one thing, but we owe McLean so many favors, I've lost count.
McLean? Wait, are you talking about...
Oh, yeah, I guess you would have heard of him. He's an A-rank bracer over at the Crossbell branch. A guy we used to work with named Wenzel works there now, too. Wait, maybe we should back it up a bit.
The guy we're talking about is Arios McLean, aka the Divine Blade of Wind. The name probably sounds familiar to you because he's also a practitioner of the 8 Leaves 1 Blade style.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. I've never met him myself, but I heard a lot about him from my master. He mastered the school's second form. It sounds about as untouchable as anyone who holds the title of Divine Blade.
Well, he's pretty damn strong, I'll give you that. Bailed me out of more tough spots than I'd like to admit. Speaking of, you know who else is a student of the 8 Leaves School? Cassius Bright. We were talking about him before, remember? He's the bracer who took command during that big incident 2 years ago. Though from what I heard, he left the way of the sword behind a while back.
Cassius Bright was here in Erebonia. Wait, 2 years ago.
It was an eventful time, to put it lightly. And yeah, we have Cassius to thank for getting us
Oh,
past
what's up,
that.
Sage?
But afterwards,
How's it going?
well, you know the story from there. They shuttered guild branches all across the Empire, one after the other, and your dear, sweet instructor was out of a job.
I'd be glad to give you all the grisly details, but it's a long story. But hey, the guild seems to have a good track record with folks from the 8 Leaves School. Maybe you should consider a career as a bracer. Door's always open, you know?
I know.
Me? A bracer? Huh. I never really thought about it before.
Hey, there's enough of us singing the Bracer Blues without you trying to recruit my students.
Never hurts to start them early. Seriously, though, we're always looking for more good people. If that's something you wanted to do, I wouldn't turn you down.
I'll give it some thought.
Man, overnight, like I started like reposting a lot of really creative art styles from for a lot of these interesting waifus people have been posting up over on X. And man, overnight I like got like 20 or 30 followers over on X. It's incredible. Probably. Honestly, you could have told me about this a little sooner. Is this the reason you've been so busy lately? I apologize for the secrecy, but most of this project fell under the veil of strict confidentiality. There are some things I'm forbidden to speak of, even to my daughter. I'm sure you realize that. But Klaus must have known, right? Why was he allowed to know while I was left in the dark? Yeah, they're all on the cruiser ship right now. Well, we're really honored to have been invited on board. We can rest a bit easier once we arrive in Roer, knowing we had an Imperial escort. Indeed, you can. The provincial army will have little choice but to accommodate you. The ship's purpose is to act as a deterrent to both factions, as well as the Imperial Liberation Front. By doing that, we hope that the courageous will hold the guard at bay long enough for something new to take root. I'm sure it will. They chose wisely in naming you captain. Still, I assume that's not the ship's only purpose. Well, true. Building an airship this advanced seems excessive if all you're going to use is as a deterrent. Laura's right. There has to be some other purpose it was made to fulfill. Very perceptive of you. I regret that I wasn't able to discuss this with you properly when you were in the Grand last month. But I'm proud to see just how much you've grown since you enrolled at the Academy. I have my class to thank for that. Learning alongside them has been a constant source of insights. So tell me, Rain, how is she doing? Is Laura getting along with the other students? Huh? I think she's been fitting in fine. I see. That's reassuring to hear. At times I worry that growing up in a sword-fighting household caused her to end up less well-rounded than her peers. Oh god. Wow. Wow. A little bit of sexual innuendos here, aren't we? Talking about, talking man-to-man in front of your daughter. I actually like Laura. Actually, I think Laura and Alicia and Emma are like pretty much like 3 waifus I really wouldn't mind getting in bed with, honestly. I mean, I guess Fee could be the one to hop in as well if she wanted to. Oh. Well, sorry to say this, but I'm a horny creature. I'm sorry, I'm a horny creature. I'm a sucker for sexy waifus like Laura, Emma, and Elisa. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting in bed with a tsundere, honestly. We're class 7, we don't give less than our best. What are the two of you going on about with all your whispering and your furtive glances? It's nothing you need to concern yourself with. Just a little discussion between men. You needn't worry. We'll be sure to get you to your field studies safely. As a student of Thor's, I expect you to give it your utmost. Huh? He really does care about her. Prince Ulrich does love his surprises. And all. Now this. Let's see. We're cruising so fast, yet we remain completely stable, just as my test predicted we would. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. This is what it looks like outside. Amazing, no? I feel like I'm weightless, soaring peacefully above the clouds. You know, this is actually the first time I've ever been aboard an airship. I think I'm starting to feel a little dizzy. Is that normal? No. There is a thing such as called flight sickness.
Attention all crew members and passengers. We will soon be entering Roer airspace. Please prepare for landing, and make sure you have all personal effects with you before disembarking.
Sounds like we're almost there. That was a shorter flight than I'd expected. Guess I'd better go round up the others and start getting ready.
Love this music.
Roer Airport's granted us permission to land.
Commence landing preparations, and keep the engine warm. We'll be taking off again right after our guests have disembarked.
Aye, aye, Captain. Preparing the Courageous to land.
Going today, you've got 3 days for this month's field study. Make them count, guys. I plan on it. We'll do the best we can. You guys be careful indoors, okay? Yeah, sounds like things could get dangerous there. Don't sweat it. We'll be fine. We ought to be alright if a certain someone can keep her mouth shut. Take care and endure, everyone. When we get back, we'll be jumping straight into festival prep. Hope you're ready to discover the true terror of planning by committee. Look at the anime world and harem. Like, imagine being the only guy on Earth with a bunch of women. Well, I guess, yeah. I mean, in the real world, it's called being a bachelor, essentially. Or being a pimp. Depends on which context we're going with here. Have the songs and outfits finalized by the time we get back, and we should have the positions all figured out too. Let's try to save at least a bit of strength. It'd be a shame to come back too tired to outdo Class 1. Oh, I think I could find the energy. All the more reason for us to return safe and sound. The spirited joys of youth. I'm sure both your field study and the Academy Festival will prove valuable experiences for all of you. Work hard out there, guys, but not too hard, you hear? May the goddess go with you. Take care. We will. I always wanted to actually fly aboard an airship if I could. Honestly. Not by plane, but an actual airship. The Courageous touched down at the massive Roer Airport, where we part ways with the members of Group B. With us safely on the ground, it wasted no time taking to the skies again, ferrying the others west to Ortis. Roer was a maze in every direction, but Sharon guided us to Reinford's corporate headquarters without missing a step. What will happen now? This tunnel goes on forever. I can't help but recall trying to navigate Guerrilla Fortress. I guess when you build with tons of iron and concrete, everything starts to look pretty similar. We're not far from the city center now. You might want to brace yourselves. Roer has an even weirder layout than the capital. Hey, that's my hometown you're talking about, but I can't deny it's true. Looks like we're finally out. And here we are. It's nothing too fancy, but still looks pretty cool. And this is Roer, the industrial metropolis. Whoa, the city stands above and below. Steel fabricated and heavy industry. That's how it came to be known as the Empire's industrial metropolis. You were right, it is weird. It's got a population of 200,000 people too. That's as big as the capital of a smaller country. I feel like the city's gotten even bigger since the last time I was here. The run for corporate headquarters is on the upper level, right? That's right. If you like to visit, just head up that escalator.
Allow me to welcome you to Roer, home of the Rhineford Company. I sincerely hope that your field study here will be a fulfilling one.
Well, wow, moving staircase. Shape for a building. That's not even a building, is it? That's actually a normal generator. But it's so big. Roer has so many factories and industrial facilities that the city uses an enormous amount of portable energy. Having large generators that send energy where it's needed is more efficient than each factory producing its own energy. That's quite a setup. Technology's really come a long way in such a short time. It's even bigger up close. This is almost like, Oliver Queen's, business building or whatever. Queen Consolidated? Yeah. I think it's almost on equal par as Queen Consolidated. Just the building pictures, but it's even more commanding in person. Guess you wouldn't expect any less from Rhineford's corporate HQ. Couldn't believe my eyes the first time I saw it either. I know, right? It's incredible. It's a big building, sure, though not as big as Orch's Tower and Crossbow. That's a 44 skyscraper, the tallest on the continent now, I think. Oh, that's the tower we could see from Guerrilla Fortress, right? Yeah, that's where they were holding the trade conference last month. No need to be so modest, Elisa. It's your family's digs. No one's gonna mind if you talk it up a bit. I'm not trying to. Well, shall we go inside? Yeah. Oh my god. The interior inside is absolutely ridiculous. Oh my god. I think I remember there was a lot in Saints Row, I believe. Saints Row 5, I believe. That's like the only Saints Row game I remember playing. Also 6 as well, but 5 was better. It's just as fancy on the inside. Are these all scale models of machines Reinford makes? Yep, I'll tell you more about them later if you're interested. Lady Elisa! Hello, Dalton. It's good to see you again. Oh, the pleasure's all mine. It's been 6 months since you've been home. I heard you were attending a military academy on the outskirts of the capital. But it looks like you finally decided to come back and visit the old homestead. Yeah, here I am. We'll be staying for the next 3 days. I see. That's wonderful news. Keep taking good care of her, Sharon. I certainly will. Wow. It's one thing to hear about it, but I know what you mean. Kind of brings home the fact that she's at Reinford. Let's just get going, okay? Allow me to show you to the chairman's office. We'll be going up to the 23rd floor. Excuse me, Madam Chairman. I've brought the ladies and gentlemen of Class 7. Bring them in. As you wish. Wow. You can tell the buck stops here. That's one hell of a view.
So it looks like the Courageous' inaugural flyover in Heimdall and Roer was a success. But don't release an official statement until tomorrow. Yes, that'll be fine. Yes, I'd like you to begin as soon as possible. And keep a careful eye out for any insider trading. Hello, Irina Reinford speaking.
This is probably the definition of a busy woman.
Yes, I understand. Fast-track the construction on this special train if you can. No, pay it no mind. I doubt Crossbell-related shares rising is indicative of a larger market trend. But sell them all early next month. Timing is key here.
I guess that's one way to put it.
Wow. She's like a commander issuing orders across multiple fronts. Yeah, it's impressive to see Toa do it, but Mrs. Reinford seems to have it down to a science.
She's a general on the battlefield of business.
Yeah, that pretty much like describes her perfectly.
Ah, right. We all have other matters we need to attend to, so I'll get right to the point. Here.
What?
Thank you.
I've cleared my schedule to dine with you this evening, so anything you wish to discuss can wait until then. I'll leave the rest to you, Sharon.
As you wish, Madam Chairman. When do you expect to return this evening?
I'm planning on 7. Have our guests enjoy a night cruise, if you will.
That sounds splendid. I'll make the necessary arrangements.
That's it? That's all you have to say? I don't care if you ignore me, that's nothing new. But my classmates are here and you're on our board of directors. Would it kill you to show at least a little interest?
Elisa.
Whoa, Elisa, it's okay. You don't need to get worked up for our sake.
Oh, I almost forgot to mention.
Huh?
If you want to return in one piece, I'd suggest you steer clear of the Provincial Army and the Railway Military Police. The same goes for the Marquis's mansion, though I can't imagine what business would take you there. Use common sense, and don't try to overstep your bounds. That'll be all.
Have a safe trip, Madam Chairman.
Yeah, indeed. Common sense is what's making a return back to the USA.
Wow, your mom's a real piece of work, Elisa.
The army only wishes it was that efficient.
She certainly has the mettle to head up an international company like this, to say the least.
See? You see why I didn't want to come back now? You can't tell me that gave you a great impression of her.
Yeah, Irina is her mom.
I think you're being a little hard on her.
She was looking out for our safety, giving us that advice.
Just forget it. Getting all worked up and storming off in a huff is what she wants me to do, and I'm not going to give her the satisfaction.
Okay.
We'll be back before sundown, Sharon. I'd like you to have the guest rooms and dinner preparations sorted by then. Oh, and see to our luggage, would you?
As you wish. Have a safe trip, everyone.
You know, I'm all in favor of jumping right into our field site test. But is it really okay to just dump all our luggage on Sharon? I was wondering the same thing. All our luggage together must have quite a heft. It's Sharon, she'll be fine. Honestly, can you imagine her breaking a sweat carrying suitcases? I can't. Yeah, there's a little bit of history behind Elisa's mother. A little bit. Hard to explain though. But I think there's a manga probably based on it though. Or there might be some information about it behind it. Exactly. Anyway, let's see what kinds of things we've got lined up for us this trip. Alright. Let's see, so there's a monster. Let's see, powerful beast has appeared on Spinafaro, the North Provincial Army, hereby requests its extermination. Spinafaro, take the left path into the city, turn left. Pathfinder's residence. Like a hand with the experiment that concerns your Arcus units. I'll be waiting for you inside the RF store, and I'll tell you more when I see you. Rare sort of metal for my research, but I'm afraid I can't get it myself. If you're willing to help, I'll be in the western part of the upper level of the Roer Institute of Technology. Okay. Like she hit the sweet spot with that challenge factor. Can't really deny it. So sure she's got us pegged. She probably thinks we won't be able to finish all of these. But just you watch, we'll finish up every last one before the evening. That'll show her. Let's see, what do I want to start with first? Technically, I don't have to like do these, considering that these are optional. I can just do just the main quest, honestly. Okay.
These things sure are convenient.
I know, right? I could see them building some in Heimdall eventually.
That one looks annoying. Watch out.
Damn it.
This looks tough. Careful!
Go!
Oh my god, really? So, you... Oh my god. Honestly, I would go with Sarah than Irina. Did not know you were into the super busy women type, Sage. Did not know.
This is my secret weapon! Charging orbital energy! Rosetta arrow!
Right!
Right!
Now! I'll take you up!
My turn. There.
It's my turn!
Now! Elliot!
Got it!
Take this!
Yeah!
Right! Yeah! All right, let's keep on moving.
Oh yeah, this road leads all the way to your hometown, doesn't it, Reen?
Yeah, it'd take you days to get there if you tried to walk it, though.
Well, shall we begin?
Right! There's a performance just for you! Seventh Rhapsody! You've been a wonderful audience.
It's my turn. Eat that. That takes care of them.
If I had to choose, I'm picking both. Oh, wow. Okay. You know, there would be one game I would love to play, and that would probably be Honey Pop on here. Oh my god. I'm not totally into MILFs, but there is one character in the game that's actually a MILF. But
Watch out, guys!
I can do this.
probably wouldn't mind dating a MILF, to be honest.
It's my turn. I hope you're ready. You're finished. That takes care of them.
Yeah, I mean, it is a dating sim. I don't know about doing light novel games on here, honestly, because I know that there's a lot of Sakura games that you can actually play on here, but I don't know. I mean, not light novels, visual novels. I'm sorry, visual novels.
That looks like a tough one. Watch out!
Oh, come on! Damn it.
Take this!
I can do this.
My turn. Flames, gather on my blade. Strike!
Right.
I mean, I've played a few in the past, but not all of them are really that good. Well, I mean, actually, I wouldn't say they're good. I would just say that they're kind of boring at times.
Right! Oh, we did it!
Watch out. This is a tough one.
Right.
Leave it to me.
Eat that. Go.
Sorry, can you handle this?
Will do. Here we go. Silky dance. That's that. You okay?
Thanks.
Right. Fire.
Right. Here we go.
Right. Fire.
Go.
It's my turn.
Not sure. I mean, I like the music. I do.
Okay. Good luck.
Watch and learn. Yeah, you're done. Cross Raven! See ya!
I can do this.
Go. Go.
I've got you.
Go.
Leave it to me.
I can do this. Hang in there.
Thanks. My turn. Flames, gavel on my blade. Strike.
I swear, gaming music is pretty much like I love gaming music. I mean, it's really fire. In this game in particular, I mean, hell, I mean, Final Fantasy and Sonic Adventures has like probably some of the best soundtracks ever.
I can do this.
Oh. Wait, no.
Thanks.
It's my turn.
Yeah, I agree.
Hope you're ready.
Open Your Heart is like such a great song. Especially when it comes to defeating chaos. When becoming supersonic.
I can do this.
My turn.
It's my turn. Huh.
Oh, thanks.
Go. Now's a chance.
I've got you.
My turn.
I can do this. Let's go.
It's my turn.
Now. Gotcha.
Huh?
Thanks. My turn.
Oh yeah, I remember that quote. I've got big plans. Oh my god, forget the rest of the quote.
My turn.
It's my turn.
Right.
Go.
My turn. Yeah, you're done.
Yeah.
Cross Raven. See ya.
Right.
The only thing I have to say though is it was kind of stupid how Sonic and Knuckles ended up like fighting amongst each other over the Chaos Emerald or whatever. And I'm like, and then of course the only victor came out was Eggman, who basically, you know, convinced Knuckles that, like, oh, you know, Sonic, you know, might have pieces to the Chaos Emerald. I mean, to the Master Emerald. I'm like, seriously?
Go.
It's my turn.
Go.
My turn. This can't be happening. Handsome and strong. I'm
Wow.
the package.
Wow, Monkey still got... Wow, okay, that's interesting. Monkey still got experience points, even though, like, he died while the monster got destroyed as well. That was really interesting. Well, whatever, I'm not complaining.
I did it!
Nicely done.
All right!
Done.
Yeah, more of that, thanks.
Alright. Time to go turbo mode.
Stay on guard and don't get cocky. Right.
My turn.
Right. Fire!
My turn. Eat that!
It's my turn. Eat that.
Here we go.
I can do this. Fire!
Leave it to me. Handsome and strong. I'm the total
Alright.
package.
Annihilation complete.
A dangerous foe. Stay on guard.
Yay. Alright. There we go. Oh yeah, I need to go back to... I don't think I need to go this way. Well, I mean, I've already completed it. Wait, I think it's actually... Wait, I think it's actually up here. I'm trying to think where, Oh.
This way leads to Marquis Rogner's mansion.
So that's where Jellica's stubborn old man lives, huh? Better stay away.
Still want to get to you. So you were able to exterminate the monster on the West Highway, were you? Well done. That's some busy work off our plate. And here's your reward. Don't use it all in one place. Alright. Alright, task number 1 complete. 1,000. 1,000 of those. Hello there, Chief. Well, what do we have here? Lady Lisa and her classmates. Thank you for coming to speak with me. So, that must mean that you're Chief Jonan, at your service. Or Johan. Oh my god, I can't believe I just butchered the name. I'm part of the Reinford Group's 4th Development Division. The 4th Development Division? They're one of the group's major divisions, specializing in orbital communications and battle ordnance. I think they even supervise the development of the orbital staff. Oh, really? Then that means the reports that I write... Oh, so you're Elliot, are you? I appreciate you always sending us some detailed reports. You're definitely one of our most helpful testers. I'm happy to hear it. Still, world communications and battle ordnance. Those two things some Arcus up perfectly. Smart kid. Those Arcus ornaments of yours are one of our most important R&D projects right now. Now that you know we're focused on the Arcus, do you think you could help us out with a little investigation? What do you say? That could be interesting. Oh, good, thanks a lot. What is it you'd like us to help you with then? Well, as I wrote in the request I sent you, I'd like you to conduct an investigation on Argus signal strength. I imagine you've all been making use of the wireless communications capabilities of your Argus ornaments. And I assume that you're aware of the fact that they use orbital waves to make them possible. Today, I'd like you to search for places where those orbital waves are weak. Those are the first places that come to mind. No, I want you to conduct your investigation inside the city. Whereas orbital waves are not always the most stable things in the world. You may generally get a stronger signal inside town, but the strength still varies depending on where you are. Now that you mention it, yeah, there are some places where it's tough to get a call to go through. But how are we going to find them? Oh, I probably should have started by giving you this. An orbital wave detector? It does just what you think. Detects and provides information on the orbital waves wherever you use it. If you find an area where you think the signal will be reduced, try switching this on. Why don't you give it a try? Some words came up. It said that the signal strength in this area is 3, didn't it? You read that right. The number that appears tells you how strong the orbital wave signal is in that area. It's on a scale of 1 to 3, with 3 being the highest. So in other words, the signal strength here in this store is excellent. Any call you made would be crystal clear. What I want you to do, what I want you to search for though, are areas where the orbital wave detector displays a result of 1. Well, I understand that you're asking us to do, but what sort of something would weaken an area signal. Two main causes. The first cause is the waves being physically obstructed, like by walls or ceilings, stuff like that. The second is interference from other kinds of orbital waves. What other kinds are there? Tons of devices other than Arcus use orbital waves. Think radios and other communication devices. Some orbitals give off orbital waves too, but really just a negligible amount. Sometimes when you get multiple kinds of waves in an area, they interfere with one another, meaning neither works properly. It's not my first time hearing about it either. Sounds like it could be a real problem. It certainly is. It's probably the biggest drawback to wireless communication technology. That said, orbital waves are pretty strong outdoors, so you generally don't have to worry about it unless you're inside. I see. Well, it'll narrow down our investigation if we stay indoors. In general, yes, we may find areas with weak signal strength outside, but they're much more common indoors. For our research, we'll need you to find at least 3 different problem areas. If you can find more than that, we'd be thrilled, but that's up to you and how much time you have. Well, I think that's pretty much it. Can be used by selecting it in the camps menu item list.
Plain old stairs just wouldn't cut it for the famed industrial metropolis, huh?
Yeah, for better or worse, this is a town full of tech.
Damn, my eye hurts. I think I'm ready to give up on this. Angelica's oral bike was originally being researched here too. Stuff in development here. Military Academy. So you're a student from Thor's. There. That's the academy George goes to. To be honest, I'm a bit uneasy about leaving this to you, but you look pretty strong, so hopefully it'll work out. George would have connections here. Still gonna go out on a limb and guess that if you're worrying about how well we're the one of the leading disciples of Professor Epstein, the founder of the Orbital Revolution. He's a really famous scholar in his own right. He followed in Epstein's footsteps, and his work helped popularize orbits. Indeed, he's generally spoken of something of a living legend. Professor Epstein also had two famous students, Professor Russell and Professor Hamilton. Oh, they do. There's actually a little bit of a romantic scene, actually, at the end of this game. There really is, actually. There's a researcher out there who isn't familiar with 3 and their work. But actually, Sally, I think it's after the end of 2, they kind of go their separate ways, so they don't really actually end up, yeah, they end up going their separate ways at the end of the second of Trestle Steel, unfortunately. President of the Roer Institute of Technology. Who's doing these days? It's pretty difficult to deal with at the best of times, though. So he doesn't really do public appearances these days. Gotta say, you seem pretty well informed. Is he an acquaintance of yours, Lisa? Not as such. But he's apparently an old friend of my grandfather's. It's because of the orbital technology that the professor brought back to the Empire that the Rhineford Company grew so large. At least that's what I've been told. So that's how the Empire's largest company hit the big time, huh? So you're Chairman Irene's daughter, huh? Tech must run in the Rhineford blood. I might not know, but the professor's been involved with the development of the Arcus units and the orbital staves, too. Seriously? I did have a feeling that might be the case. The tech used in the Arcus units seems more advanced than anything I've seen in the standard issue battle ornaments made by the Foundation. And it sounds like the only person who could make something like that would be this professor, then. Sounds more like a wizard by the minute. So it's because this request comes from Professor Schmidt himself. I work as one of his assistants, so I put in the request on his behalf. Anyway, I feel like I'm talking your ear off, so let's move on to explaining what it is I'd like you to do. And bring me back a small quantity of a minor metal called linium. What's a minor metal? It's a category of rare metals often used in technological development, but I've never heard of linium. Especially well known even for a minor metal. It's got some studying potential applications in a new airship engine that's currently in development. That'd be quite the mechanical coup. Kind of makes me think of the Courageous. Oh, it's actually related to that. The Chance would have it. Oh, his Chance would have it. In addition to the Roper Company, both the Foundation and ZCSF were involved in the development of the Courageous. Our university's participating too, which has gained us access to all sorts of new technology as a result. Now, we're working day and night to see if we can push that, what's possible with an airship engine. So now I know why you guys want the lithium for. But why us? Well, extremely small quantities of lithium have been extracted from one of the mine's tunnels. But a few years ago, dangerous monsters started taking up residence right in that ferry tunnel. In the end, it has to be sealed off before we could obtain a large enough sample to run tests on. That story does sound familiar now that I think about it. And if the ore doesn't have any proven applications, it won't be easy to get permission to access that tunnel. That's where we stand at present. If Professor were to petition the army, there's a possibility they'd go and secure the necessary sample. But like I said earlier, he's not the easiest man to deal with. He doesn't want to ask anyone for assistance, not even the army. A pain in the ass. He's concerned about this purported monsters in the mine. Yeah, I think we should help him out. Into the tunnel, I'm sure he'll let us in. As much as I would love to take on the whole orbital waves thing, I really don't want to waste my time. I think I'll want to just get to the main portion. This mountain path looks kind of dangerous. Well, nobody said anything about having to climb a mountain today. I'm already feeling pushed. Train not being.
All right, if you want to fight that badly.
Right.
Right. Eat that. My turn.
Leave it to me.
Go get him. Marcus. Understood.
Eat lead.
Eat that.
Right.
Leave it to me.
Eat that. Here we go. Okay, it's safe for now.
An A+ outcome.
gonna need a rest before we even get there.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this path to be so steep.
Man, you city slickers need to toughen up. Left, right, left, right.
Dangerous foe. Stay on guard.
Watch out. This is a tough one.
It's my turn. Go!
Gotcha.
My turn. Flames, gavel on my blade.
All right.
Strike!
Right! Fire! Now!
Go!
All right.
It's my turn.
I can do this. Fire! Now!
Go!
Leave it to me. See? I don't slack off all the time.
I had no idea something this large was sitting right on the other side of the mountain path from where we're seeing now. These structures look like they're tens of... Are the rail and military police doing all the way up here? Doesn't look like you're staying on patrol at least. Thank you for your cooperation. So the Roer military police really are here. Who are you kids? What are you doing here? It's great to see you again. Well now, if it isn't little Lisa, it's been ages since I last saw you around here. What brings you? Oh! Looks like you brought some friends this time too. Actually, we're... sweetheart. Oh my god. Oh my god. The one with the black hair. So, guessing he means Rain. Oh my god. Man. The guy kind of already figured out that Rain might be Lisa's sweetheart already. Rain, there's something you've been keeping from us? I admit, I wasn't expecting you to know the foreman. Well, grandfather brought me here quite a few times when I was young. When was always good to us miners. Chairman. Yeah, exactly. You all go to Thor, so you must know Angelica Wagner, right? How's she doing? So, you know Angelica too? That I do. She used to work here as a part-timer, after all. Say what? A daughter of one of the 4 great houses working in a mine? Yeah, she's Marquis Wagner's daughter. Can't say I know much about her family situation, but she knew. She never mentioned it back when she started here, and she picked up the work in no time. Put in a hard day's work than most of us regular miners too. You don't see too many gals out there like her. So now I can. You know about Angelica. Every time I got my eyes on a girl, she'll swoop in and have them head over heels for her before I get a chance. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna deny, I think Angelica is a lesbian. Or she's either a lesbian or bisexual, because she always, like, has a thing for, like, Toa and the other girls. I miss those days though. Our first current chairman, she's a sharp lady and quite a looker too, but she's none too friendly. Never shows her face around here, and considering how much of a workaholic she is, I don't imagine she ever will. Ah, beg your pardon. Didn't mean to speak badly of your mother, Lisa. Hope you can forgive me. No, it's alright, really. I might be your daughter, but I probably know less about her these days than the company board. Oh, by the way, what were the railway military police doing here? Oh, those guys? They've been dropping by quite a bit lately, asking some questions about our operations. Today, they were badgering me for all sorts of statistics about how much ore we've been mining. For the RP. Why would they have a need for information like that? I don't know, but it sounds more than a little fishy. Not even sure what it was they were trying to figure out. Anyway, I'm guessing that's not the reason you trekked all the way out here. Let's never mind. That's your business, is it? I do recall a mill like that being found in those old tunnels, but we sealed that shaft off quite a while back because a dangerous monster decided to make the place its haunt. Sounds like you already know that much, though. Well, are we in an abandoned mineshaft? What were you expecting? Confetti and parades? We'll need to stay on guard for the monster too. It was obviously dangerous enough to seal off the entire tunnel. Yeah, caution is our first priority here. Ah, it's right there.
Oh, a treasure chest!
Now's our chance. Go!
I can do this. Hang in there.
Thanks.
My turn.
Eat that. Go get him. Not yet. Understood. Eat that. Leave it to me.
All right.
Here we go. Right. All right, let's keep moving.
Holy shit. A giant mushroom! I suppose you could probably call us a mushroom, I suppose.
Don't let it intimidate you. Here we go.
Flames, gavel on my blade.
Right.
Right.
My turn. Yeah, you're done. Cross scraping. See ya.
Leave it to me.
Right.
Here we go. We'll cut our own path.
Really? Oh my god. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, there are guns in this game. Well, characters with guns, of course. I mean, typically you would see guns, like, in this game and Final Fantasy games. I think Final Fantasy X is pretty much like where you see them the most.
I did it!
Well, then again, Bear from Final Fantasy VII also has a weapon as an arm.
Nicely done.
Yeah, more of that. Thanks.
A+ outcome.
All right.
Done.
me question, why don't the characters just use guns all the time if they have them? That is a good question. Not sure exactly. But I mean, each character is really different. Although then again, I suppose in Tales of Berseria, they don't really use guns actually. Well, for the party, they don't really use guns. I mean, Tales of Berseria, let's see. The main character uses her demon hand as a weapon, and also a sword as a weapon as well. And then one uses his fist, one uses paper, one uses something else, but I know one of them uses twin swords, so.
Come at me! Here we go!
It's my turn. This is my secret weapon. Sparking normal energy. Rosetta arrow.
All right.
It's my turn.
Here we go. All right. Now. Gotcha. Piece of cake, man. Now you try.
Piece of cake, man.
Oh god. I hate hearing the noise outside my freaking goddamn apartment. God, I hate that.
That looks like a tough one. Watch out!
went to clear them. He actually went in and cleared them. Alright. Main quest completed. Looks like the sun's starting to set already. It took longer than I expected. My mother. Hey, isn't that... No way. What are the provincial army and the railway military police doing here? I have a bad feeling about this. This doesn't look good. I don't know what's happening, but these guys look like they mean business. Preserving order in Roer is the duty of the Norte Provincial Army, our duty. We've had quite enough of outsiders like yourselves swaggering into town as though you own the place. If I may, we're currently here on a mission for which we have full authority. Besides, the expansion of the railways has increased the flow of money, information, and people across the country. These days, it takes a modern organization to maintain order in an interconnected world. The organization is the RMP. So why don't you take your sashes and your pointy helmets and kindly keep out of our way? You son of a... Sir, I can't let insolence like this tarnish our good name. Now, let's not be too hasty here. This may answer to the Chancellor, but with only this many of them, they are nothing more than a mob in uniforms. What the fuck? Bringing tanks as well, really? What the hell? Yeah, armored cars? Wow, bringing the military tanks. Very bold. Are you insane? You can't just roll military vehicles into the middle of a city. On the contrary, arms exist as tools to defend one's territory, one's country. Had we been the ones fighting the terrorists, I assure you, we would not have been outsmarted. Citizens of Roer, you have nothing to fear. In these dangerous times, with terrorists running rampant, the Norte Provincial Army is here to defend you from harm. And defend you we shall. These glorified beat cops are out of their depth. They know nothing of this community. I suggest you don't place too much trust in them. What a blowhard. It's like he's spoiling for a fight. He's really selling it to the populace. But they can't just drive around, they can't just drive armored cars right onto the city streets. What do we do? They're both officially recognized military organizations. I don't think there's much we can do. But if for some reason things turn ugly, let's do everything we can to get all the nearly residents to safety. Right. Guess that's as much as we can offer.
You're quite correct, of course. Both the Provincial Army and the Railway Military Police have their own roles to fill, each important to the Empire.
Ah, it's the Icy Maiden herself! Captain Claire! I didn't know you'd arrived. I'll take things from here. Yes, Captain. Yes, ma'am. So, that's her, huh? Yeah, the infamous Icy Maiden. Good day to you, officer. I believe the Imperial Government notified you 2 days ago that we'd be conducting patrols and investigations in the area. Has that really caused such an inconvenience that you felt compelled to bring an armored car within the city limits? Well, and frankly, I can't bring myself to agree with your assertion that we're out of our depth here. The railway is a network that crosses the entire empire, allowing us to dispatch forces anywhere at a moment's notice. We can also gather divisions scattered across the country in one place in a matter of hours. In fact, we pride ourselves on it. It's our distinguishing feature as a diversion of the armed forces. Or division of armed forces. Really? I do keep seeing them pop up in the Imperial Chronicle. Looks like Claire showed up at the perfect time. As quick-witted as ever, too. Now there's a classy lady for you. We have no quarrel with you and no reason to argue. We have enough on our plate with the terrorists as it is. But we've got a job to do. And so do you. Ultimately, our commitment is to the people of this nation. I'm sure you feel the same, no? But that...
A query for you, then. How would you respond if a crisis were to occur in multiple places at the same time?
Oh. Rufus. Oh hey, Eustace's brother really gets around. Oh, it's turns up where we at least expect him. Lord Rufus, we didn't know you were in Roer. Are you leaving already? Indeed, I am. His lordship asked me to extend my stay, but I'm afraid I have business to attend to elsewhere. I'll be heading out in short order. So that's Duke Alvare's eldest son. It's the noble faction's biggest up-and-comer. He sure dresses the part.
Captain Claire Revault, I presume? It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I've heard much about you.
It's an honor, Lord Albarea.
Please, no need for formalities between us. Rufus is fine. Still, you seem puzzled as to what I'm doing in Roer. Or to be more specific, how I got here. Do I assume correctly? The country's railways are completely under your control. Had I taken a train, you would have known it. And yet, there are no signs I passed through Roer Airport either. The truth is more mundane than fantastic. I arrived aboard the Albarea family's private airship, which currently sits just off a highway on the outskirts of the city, awaiting my return. Blind spots are an unavoidable reality. We all have them. As on the ball as you are, you do well not to overestimate your own superiority. After all, the hardest falls are the ones we don't see coming.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Now, isn't it time both sides withdrew? And remove those unsightly vehicles from the streets at once? A provincial army must conduct itself with valor and grace at all times. Would you not agree?
Precisely, my lord. Withdraw. Armored crew, stand down. Yes, my lord. Oh, fortune finds us face to face once again. So it seems. Thank you for refusing a situation the other day. You needn't be so formal. I was just in town to speak with the Marquise on my father's behalf. Ah, I imagine you two must have had a lot to talk about. Marquise never makes it an easy time. I'm gonna take advantage of all the excitement surrounding the courageous maiden voyage to take my little trip unnoticed. Given the current climate, it's impossible to predict what may happen, both here and in Ordis. You have 3 days of your field study remaining. I suggest you focus on your assigned task and stay out of trouble. I'm looking forward to seeing what Class 7 has to show at the Academy's festival, after all. Man, you meet Eustace and you think you've seen the nobility's golden boy. Then you meet Rufus. I'm actually kind of impressed. I'm almost loath to admit it, but over time I have gotten the impression that he's a good man. For a noble, anyway. He's a sharp guy. You can see why he has as much sway in the noble faction as he does. Well, looks like the sun's about to set. Why don't we call it a day here? My mother might know more about what's going on with the provincial army and the RP. Yeah, I can get behind that. Or without Marquis runners say so. We need to figure out what he's up to. I'm actually rather curious as to what brought the military police out here. Tanks in the cities to win arguments now. Yeah, there's gotta be something going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. That's gonna make for some interesting dinner conversation, huh? Find out soon enough. Anyway, come on, I'll show you to my home. Though, I guess you've already been there. It's just part of the Rhineford building. Wait a minute. So you live... Yep. In a ginormous building. In the penthouse suite on floors 24 and 25, yes. That's my family's house, more or less.
Man, I can't believe your family has the top 2 floors of a world-class high-rise all to itself.
Yeah, even high-ranking nobles would trip over themselves to secure a luxury suite like this.
I was afraid you guys would react exactly like you just did. That's why I just kept my mouth shut. Sure, it's large, but it's so pointlessly large for just 2 people, and the only servant we have is Sharon.
If you have Sharon, that's the only maid you need, even for a place this big.
You said it.
Well, we'll be guests here for the next 3 days. So, thanks for having us, Elisa.
Well, of course. Don't mention it.
My. Is it just me, or do I detect more than a hint of red on Lady Elisa's fair visage?
Could she be embarrassed?
I am not. not?
She is.
We're here on a field study, so could we at least try to take this a little more seriously?
Oh, lighten up, Machias. It just wouldn't be a proper field study without one of us getting embarrassed about our family.
Welcome home, everyone.
Feels nice to be back. I'll just ignore how you popped up to greet us the moment we walked through the door.
I just couldn't wait to see you. Now, if you'll just follow me, I'll show you inside.
Yep, this is the penthouse area. Pretty cool.
Well, I'm impressed.
This is even more grandiose than I'd expected.
You can see the whole town out there below. Talk about the lap of luxury.
Looks like a comfy place to take a nap.
You guys really think so? I've been away from Roer for half a year, so I guess it does feel kind of nice to be home.
I guess that's natural.
I've already finished preparing dinner. Please, let me know whenever you're ready to eat.
Thank you.
I don't know about all of you, but I'm pretty hungry. What do you say we... Wait, actually we can't, can we? Mother said she'd be eating with us tonight, so we need to wait until she comes home. And there are quite a few things we need to ask her, too.
Well, actually, my lady, I'm afraid I received a call from the chairman earlier about that.
What?
Lisa, if you wolf down so much food so quickly...
You'll get fat.
Ah! It's just this once. I eat a balanced diet the rest of the time.
But you've been bolting down every course so quickly, I'm surprised you haven't inhaled your napkin.
Maybe we're gonna need to rethink your stage outfit for the concert.
Crap. I almost forgot about that.
If you're worrying about us, you don't need to, you know? I know your mother promised she'd have dinner with us, but we all know she's a busy woman.
And she said she'd try to make some time for us tomorrow instead.
But still... It's not that it bothers me so much, but she sits on Thor's board of directors. Who's she meeting with that's so important she can't even clear a little time to see us? She got off the Lusitania already, didn't she? I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to say. She's not out on a date with a gentleman or engaging in any lascivious behavior. If... That's not what I'm worried about. Not even close. Honestly, hearing she was seeing a man might even put my mind at ease.
Elisa?
Of course. Show him the way, Sharon. Will be on way instruments. Votes, we're gonna have to give them what they want. Push those boundaries of good taste. Exactly. Yes. Nothing wrong with like women trying to look at their skin. I mean, like literally. Promote function. Yep, exactly. nice in a barn. You don't just roam around a girl's room checking everything out. This is this for? Why in your room? Find somewhere else. Oh, Master Rain, is there something I can help you with? However, I'd like to assure you that there's no need for you. Jeez. I gotta say, Rain is like such a snooper.
Hey, Elisa.
Oh, it's you. Sorry, were you worried?
A little, yeah. Seeing you like that just kind of reminded me of that night in Nord.
Oh, right. Oh, I'm so pathetic. I keep going on about how I'm going to be independent, but then I get all worked up over something as trivial as this.
Seeing the city from above at night is really something, though. And to think, you got to take in a beautiful view like this every night growing up.
Yeah, I guess so. It used to be my grandfather, my father, and my mother here. Then after my father died, Sharon joined us. But through the years, my family has always enjoyed seeing the lighted windows of Roer at night.
Something that never changed, huh? I guess it is to you what Ymir's mountains are to me.
Maybe every family has something like that. Still, first my grandfather left. And now Sharon and I aren't here most of the time either. Mother just stays here all on her own. Every time I think of that, I just feel like crying. It breaks my heart. I can't understand why she chooses to be so alone.
I thought so. You're not just angry at her then.
Well, she gets under my skin, that's nothing new. But if I was in her place, I don't know how I'd cope. I couldn't live like she does, losing herself in her work all alone with no friends or loved ones by her side. She wasn't like that before, back when my dad was still alive. She's always been a career woman, but back then she was kind, funny. She had this warmth, you know? But ever since Dad passed away, she hasn't been the same. Work became her life. She pushed Grandfather out as chairman, all for what? More work? I've never seen her indulge herself, not even once. If she isn't dining with some business partner, she eats nutrition bars instead of meals. Sharon scolds her for it, but that's how she is. And that's why I'm scared. I don't want life to just pass her by.
That's really sweet, Elisa.
Where did that come from?
You're always looking out for the people in your life. Even when they get on your nerves, you still care about them. It's like how you and I were at first, or how you were with Laura and Fee. Heck, I still remember how you told me off for hurting my sister's feelings. You've been keeping an eye out for Milliam all this time, too. And you should know that we're all really grateful to you for it. Especially me. I'm worried about what's happening here in Roer, too. This is your home, and your mother might be caught up in whatever's going on. I think we should look into it.
What? But with all our field study tasks, where would we find the time?
Why not do it while we're out handling those? Making some headway is always better than making none, right? I mean, I'm not the only one who feels this way. Everyone else does too. Fee cares. So does Elliot. Machias does too. Even Crow's been concerned about you. We can use our time in the city to poke around and find out more about what's going on. You know, kind of like we always do.
Well, if you say so, but I'll save the thanks for later. I doubt Sharon will tell us anything, no matter how much we pester her. But I'll ask around and see if anyone I know has any idea what might be going on. It shouldn't be too late to give some of them a call at least.
All right, I'll leave the info gathering to you. Once we get our task list tomorrow, we can discuss how we want to do this.
All right. Anyway, I think I'm going to start calling my contacts. Oh, and one more thing. If I were you, I wouldn't go around stroking girls' heads like that. I mean, you don't just go whispering sweet nothings into any girl's ear, do you? This isn't so different, really.
Huh? Oh. I guess you're right. Sorry. It's something I always did to my sister when she was feeling down. But now that you mention it, she did seem to resent it more as she got older. But when I stopped doing it, she called me insensitive and got all upset anyway.
I think your sister and I would have a lot to talk about. But anyway, I'll see you later.
All right. Well, she seems like she's feeling better now. I just hope our efforts will turn up some good leads. Huh? Call functionality works here? I guess it would, seeing as we're right in the headquarters of the company that built these. Maybe it's the instructor. Hello, Reen Schwarzer speaking.
Oh, good, it went through. Glad I was able to get your number from Milliam.
Is this Captain Claire?
It is. I apologize for calling so late. Are you free right now?
Yeah. What's up?
There's something important I'd like to discuss with you. But it's a matter best discussed in person. Would it be possible for you to meet me in the city? Sooner is preferable.
Like, right now? Would this happen to be related to our field study?
Technically speaking, yes. But with the Provincial Army on alert, traveling in a large group would draw too much suspicion. That's why I decided to contact you directly. You're the team leader.
People keep saying that, but I never recall agreeing to it. But, sure, I guess. I'll head out right now. Where should I meet you?
Go to the upper level. On the south side of the elevated walkway, you'll see a bar called F. It's a quiet, upscale establishment. The perfect place for a private discussion.
A bar called F on the south side of the upper level. Got it. I'll head there right away.
I'll be waiting. I'm not on a schedule or anything, though, so there's no need to rush. You've got time. And, by the way, I'd rather you didn't mention any of this to Elisa.
Huh? Why?
Because what I want to discuss with you happens to involve the Rhineford Company. But I'll leave it to your discretion. Anyway, you know where to find me.
It feels a bit cruel to keep only Elisa out of the loop. But it sounds like it's pretty important. I think it'd be better to go now and tell everyone else about it later.
All right.
Huh. I need to leave, but I don't want to leave the front door unlocked. But if I ask someone to lock up behind me, they'll want to know where I'm going. I guess I might have to tell Elisa where I'm going after all.
Will you be stepping out?
Sharon? I couldn't even tell she was there.
There's no need to explain. That glimmer in your eyes tells me all I need to know. Not to worry, Master Reen. Your secret's safe with me. So enjoy your night to the fullest.
Wait, what?
You have a date with a fetching young lady, don't you? I'll make sure no one notices your absence, especially my lady. Just be certain you're back by morning.
I assure you, I'm not that lucky. I just got word that this acquaintance of mine was visiting Roer. and they wanted to catch up a bit, so I was going to slip out and see them for a little while.
Very well then. I'll lock up behind you. I'd also be glad to help you build an ironclad alibi. No one would think twice, even if you were to stay out all night.
I appreciate the thought, but I don't think that'll be necessary. Anyway, I'll be back later.
Of course. Take care.
It's past 9 already, but I still see quite a few people working. I guess it comes with the territory, working for the world's largest industrial manufacturer. What was that? Right. She said she'd be waiting at a bar called F. It's supposed to be somewhere on the southern side of the upper level. Should I head straight there?
Where are you going?
Fee, how long have you been there? Wait, have you been trailing me ever since I left the penthouse?
Well, I saw you slip out. So, where are you going? Are you really headed out for a late-night romantic rendezvous?
What kinds of lies has Sharon been feeding you anyway? Okay, here's what's up.
That totally sounds like a rendezvous. Sorry, I shouldn't have interfered.
Whoa, it's not like that. Well, you know everything I know about it now. Why don't you come too?
You sure?
No reason not to. It sounded like whatever info she's got has something to do with our field study. And honestly, I wasn't all that keen on having a one-on-one with a military officer to begin with.
Gotcha. But first, I want to walk around a bit.
After we've been walking around all day?
Whenever I come to a new city, I always like to get a feel for what it's like during the day and the night. I feel kind of uneasy if I don't.
Oh, right. It must be a Jaeger thing. All right, I'll join you for a little stroll. I don't want to keep the captain waiting too long, though. Will once around town be enough?
That'll be fine. Okay, let's roll.
By the way, did you happen to run into Sharon on your way out?
She saw me leaving, but she just let me go.
Even the best maids aren't that all-knowing.
Oh hey, Cha-Cha man. How's it going? I've been good. How about you?
This is where Claire said to meet her, right?
Yeah, this looks like the place.
Oh, she is so beautiful.
I guess it makes sense that she wouldn't come here in uniform.
The charms of an older woman, eh?
I think I'll manage. Sorry I kept you waiting.
Don't worry about it.
Oh god, she's so beautiful.
Oh.
Hi.
Yeah, I kind of ran into her on the way here and told her she could come along. That's not a problem, is it?
Not at all. I assume you've been surveying the town while acting as Reen's bodyguard?
Sounds like you've done your homework.
The intelligence division has told me a little. Anyway, I think we might attract a little too much attention if we stay at the counter. What do you say we get a table for 3? It's good to see you both. I think this may be the first time we've been able to have a proper conversation.
You may be right. I was hoping I'd get the chance to sit down and talk with you too, actually.
Oh?
You sure you don't want me to go?
That's not what I mean. I have a lot of questions, like about why Milliam transferred into our class, for example. But there's one really fundamental question that would go a long way toward answering a lot of the others. What exactly is it that you and Chancellor Osborne are trying to accomplish? Let's look at that standoff with the Provincial Army earlier this evening. It's hard for me to feel much sympathy for them after they drove armored cars right into the middle of the city. But maintaining order in the provinces is generally accepted to be the duty of the provincial armies.
Agreed.
Maybe it's just me, but it seemed an awful lot like you were just trying to provoke them by belittling their authority.
It did look like your people were picking a fight.
Viewed without the proper context, I can see how it might look like that. But right now, the factional conflict in the Empire is nearly at its breaking point. Crossbell is buzzing with talk of independence, and Calvert is still weathering its immigration disputes. In such volatile times, there's a very real need to create a far more expansive network to help maintain public order. The only organizations that are up to the challenge are the Railway Military Police and the Intelligence Division.
That may be the case.
Still, your boss is the one making those conflicts worse.
I can't deny that. But at the very least, the Chancellor is acting with a sense of integrity. He hasn't stooped so low as to give aid to terrorists, unlike some others I could name. I want you to at least understand that.
Wait, so...
Wow, she really said it. So the noble faction's been the one backing the terrorists, huh?
I'm afraid there's no longer any doubting it. We've all but confirmed the involvement of Duke Cayenne, the most prominent representative of the 4 great houses.
Oh boy, he's involved. Wow, that's wonderful.
The 3 airships the Imperial Liberation Front have been using have been traced back to Ordis as well.
I'd wondered how they got their hands on those.
I've heard the Duke is just a gaudy old man, but Eustace's brother came to pick him up in Legram, didn't he?
That's what Toval told us. And now, Rufus just so happens to pop up on another of his secret trips. Captain Claire, what's going on in Roer? And how are Elisa's family and the Rhineford Company involved?
I guess it's time to get to the matter I called you here for in the first place. The Railway Military Police is currently weighing the possibility of a forced inspection of Rhineford's first factory.
Sounds serious.
The first factory belongs to one of Rhineford's major divisions, right?
Correct. It's one of the main divisions and handles the bulk of the company's iron and steel processing, among other things. They're also currently under suspicion of something I'm not at liberty to discuss with you right now. The 2 of you are aware that project management at Rhineford is split up across several major branches, right?
It is?
And on top of that, she's got her hands in the development of our Arcus units too. It's way too much work for one person. How many projects does Mother have under her wing right now?
Well, I'm afraid I can't give a simple answer to that. But suffice to say, the chairman only knows about a small number of the projects in development by the Reinford Group. Well, lately, the directors have...
Come to think of it, I overheard Elisa and Sharon talking about something like that.
For years now, Reinford has been the Empire's heavyweight when it comes to heavy industry and manufacturing. The company is split into different divisions that handle things like steel production, railways, weaponry, and tools. The problem is that those divisions have simply become too large. Large enough to have their own internal allegiances, some to the nobles, with others supporting the reformist faction.
Are you serious?
So even companies are taking sides.
I'm sure Irina Reinford is aware of this to at least some extent as the company's chairman, but the self-supporting accounting system she introduced has the side effect of granting each division a long leash. Because of that, I doubt even she has a full grasp of the situation.
So, the first factory you guys have your sights set on for that inspection is aligned with the noble faction, I assume.
You assume correctly. And the provincial army is doing everything it can to stop us from carrying out that investigation. That's what led to this evening's quarrel. I imagine Chairman Irina is currently doing her utmost to rein in all the divisions and get them back in line. The thing is, when she seized control of the company 5 years ago, she had to rely on support from both sides. Being indebted to them like that, I have my doubts she'll be able to target the underlying problem.
It's sounding shadier by the minute.
Indeed it is.
You can say that again. The situation seems even more dire than I thought. And while all this is going on, the factional conflict keeps burning hot across the rest of the Empire.
Yep. There's a conspiracy behind it.
I've told you as much as I can right now. Tensions are mounting all over the country, but Roer has an extra fuse of its own. Try to gain an understanding of the crisis unfolding here. Then do your best to stay out of it. Whatever other lessons Class 7 takes away from this field study, I hope that ends up on the list. I wish you the best with the remainder of your field study. Please have the bill sent to the Railway Military Police Branch Office in Roer Station.
Certainly. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Wait! The bill!
Looks like she just picked up our tab. She gave us some good intel too. For free even.
I can't just go running after her now. Looks like we owe her one.
So, you like the mature type, huh?
Oh, God. I actually was in a relationship with an older woman once. Only 2 years older than me, actually.
She's sort of like Sarah, except responsible and composed.
You can say that again. Oh.
Must be yours.
Hello? Reen Schwarzer speak.
Reen, what are you doing?
Oh, it's just you, Elisa.
What do you mean it's just you? Is it true some girl invited you out for a night on the town?
Oh my God.
Whoa, hold on. A late night date? I thought you only had eyes for me, Reen. Anyway, good job, kiddo. You better spill all the details later, huh?
He'll do no such thing.
Now, I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. I was with him too.
Still, it was rash of you to go out on your own without at least consulting us.
Ready to head back?
Yeah, I think that'd be for the best.
Drinks are on me someday.
North of Roer City.
The time has come. First height, then crossroad. Now, show me the film to release our conviction.
As you wish.
We'll hit them so hard, they'll be picking up the pieces for weeks. You heard the boss, man. Tomorrow's a red-letter day for us. A real do-or-die moment, in every sense of the word.
All our preparations will be rewarded soon, when we sweep in and take the Chancellor's head. Keep your eyes on the prize, and give it all you've got!
Yeah!
So tired.
The air here is so fresh, especially for a city with this many factories. Must be because we're up in the mountains.
I'll say, compared to the capital, the air quality is pristine.
Well, the capital does have a few 100,000 more people living there. Sure is a nice day today, isn't it, Elisa?
Not as nice as last night must have been.
I told you, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll bet you are. I cannot believe you! After all those things you said to me last night, you go rushing out to meet another girl!
Oh, God.
Ooh, the skies might be clear, but I'm sensing a stormy forecast today.
Well, all things considered, even if we assume Captain Claire is trustworthy, I'm not sure how wise it was to go out on your own.
I know. In hindsight, I regret keeping it to myself.
You should not regret keeping it to yourself. Literally.
Still, it was pretty bold of Captain Claire to show up alone to meet Reen. Even dressed down, I wouldn't have thought she'd go out alone with the Provincial Army on patrol.
I'm guessing she's more than strong enough to handle herself. Not sure what her weapon of choice is, though.
I wish I could have seen her all dolled up, though. But she was a real knockout. Come on, that would put a spring in any man's step. I don't blame you for sneaking out alone.
Oh! No! It's not like I knew she was going to show up wearing a cocktail dress. I swear!
You seemed pretty taken by her when she showed up yesterday, though. And your eyes were glued to her right up until she left the scene.
Oh, God.
Oh, really?
So while we were enjoying a quiet evening, you were out carousing with a beautiful woman, were you?
Oh, God.
You lucky son of for shame, Reed! We're here representing the Academy on a field study!
I swear, you guys are just making things up at this point. But thanks to the information I got from her, we have a pretty good idea what's going on here in Roer. And now that we know, we should be able to do something about it. What do you think, Elisa?
Yeah, I'm in.
So in short, the first factory did something to catch the eye of the railway military police, prompting an inspection. And all the while, the Provincial Army has been here blatantly trying to prevent them from doing that?
Let's not forget that the first factory is run by none other than the Noble faction.
I know that the divisional directors have been operating without much in the way of executive oversight for years now. But Mother always allowed it. She thought that encouraging competition among the divisions would yield more innovations. I never thought that'd lead to something like this.
Seems like the lesser of two evils.
By the way, hearing about the first factory made me curious. Do the other divisions have their own political allegiances?
Well, to give you a basic idea, this is a bit oversimplified, of course. Divisions are made up of many people, and they all have their own opinions. But the positions of each division's directors are clear as day, though. The first and second factories in particular have had a pretty fierce rivalry going on between them for years. But even still, I wouldn't have expected the first factory to do something flagrant enough to prompt a military inspection.
Neither would I.
All right, we're gonna do whatever it takes to get to the bottom of this. And when we tie this up all nice and neat for her, even my mother will have to admit she's grateful to us.
Sounds like a plan.
That's the spirit.
Offhand, I'd say this falls under the scope of our field study too.
Thanks, everyone.
Sounds like we're in for a ride.
Anyway, let's take a look at the field study tasks Sharon gave us for today.
Please help find Kitty. Okay. Highway, there's
Yeah, I think we can handle these.
It's still 8 a.m., so we have plenty of time to work our way through the list.
And while we're doing that, we can ask the people we meet about how things stand between Reinford's divisions. Look alive, everyone. It's time to get to work.
Right.
Roger.
Gotcha.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a stream here. So thank you guys so much for watching this awesome episode. Awesome stream for Trace Cold Steel. Next time around, we'll continue on with the field study task and see what goes on from there. And yeah, you guys can follow me over on Instagram, X, and you can join my Discord as well. And if you're on YouTube, all links are in the description. And if you're on Kick, you can definitely follow me over on X as well. All right. And yeah, and if you're just watching from Kick, definitely give me a follow if you like. All right. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Anime Quarter 5, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, folks.
Save the world every single day. Digital battles pave the way. No sword or shield, just a game we play. Pixels light up, show us the way. In a basement glow we unite. Zeros one spark through the night. Reality blurred, there's no black or white. We face the monsters, endless might. We save the world every single day. Digital battles pave the way. No sword or shield, just a game we play. Pixels light up, show us the way. In a basement glow we unite. Zeros one spark through the night. Reality blurred, there's no black or white. We face the monsters, endless might. Controllers pulse, heartbeat sync. Lines between real close to brink. Save files, hold lives we rethink. Fixing chaos, we don't shrink. From the couch to worlds unknown. Through the network, minds are grown. Avatars fight, we're